It's your drive home on Hot 103. Folks, looks like that storm is headed right for us. Gonna put some gas in my Furman generator, stop by the ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, and of course, watch Mike's weather page. Y'all stay safe out there.
Tropics rage. You'll always have a friend here at Mike's Weather Page. Mike's Weather Page, Mike's Weather Page, Mike's Weather Page. You can depend, he'll keep you safe, he'll keep it locked. Mike's Weather Page. I've seen him lose a shoe. I've seen him chase storms there with Hunter and Louis too. But you know he'll keep you straight at 919 there every day. 1 million fans get it wrong and they're here at Mike's Weather Page.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. It's Mike's Weather Page, if you haven't found that out. I love my new tune, man. That was from Andy Simmons. He's wrote so many songs for us. Just out of the blue, a couple years ago, he wrote that Johnny Cash tune. I had somebody tag me. They're like, hey, what's this all about? And I didn't even know the guy. I'm like, I don't know. It's a song. So since then, he's wrote about 10 songs for us. And, man, they all are so cool, man. All originals. So thank you, Andy Simmons. All right, so hey, happy hump day. It's Wednesday. What's up? This is Mike's Weather Page, Daily Brew. And we're glad you're here. Brought to you by our fine friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Located here in sunny Florida. It is sunny Florida today. Finally. A little bit of rain will be popping today, though. Back to our summertime pattern. That's right. Hey, what's up, Loretta Reed? Yeah, we got our own album. We have our own long play record coming out. Brian, yep, we got the GFS doing GFS things. Can't really believe it, but I see it shared everywhere. Which is, that's right, Adam. GFS hype all over. How about the new one? Let's post the new one. I'm going to instantly get about 10,000 new likes if we post the new GFS. Louis, my boy. I love this guy. Good morning, Myrtha. Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, Adam. Yep. Hype. What's up, Jason Triplett out there? Man, I don't know if we ever hooked up. I remember we had an email. I'm sorry about that, man. Aspen Ziegler, what's up there? Yeah, he's my puppy. Good morning, Renee Cottondale. What's up? Scott over on YouTube. Richard Reamer. Mimi. See our buddy Ferguson not over there yet. Greetings down in the Caymans. What's up, Bill? Ray's finally won a game. Eric, if you're watching. Mike Van, what's up? South Carolina. Got a lot of people chiming in. But, yeah, so this is our daily brew. We chit-chat about the weather and tropics. And obviously when there's stuff brewing, we get a ton more people. But nothing really brewing right now. But we will talk some weather. There is some long-range stuff cooking, I guess, we could go into. Maybe brewing for the Bay of Campeche. Nothing to stress about, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, again, big thanks to our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. They had me on the Tom and Dan show Monday. I don't know if you got to catch it or not. It went really good. Had a few people email us that listened to us on the Tom and Dan show. That was a lot of fun out of Orlando. We love those guys. Good morning, Harold from Idaho. How's it going? Good morning, Dale. Good to see you last night. Paige got a shirt with you on it, Louie. He's such a good boy. All right. Dale, yeah, man, we got a little rowdy last night after you left, man. We had a great time at our Oldsmar Tap House. Thanks for everybody coming out for our meet and greet, kind of fun hurricane party. It was a good time. We had about 30, 40, 50 of us there. And appreciate you supporting local. And Chris, the owner, really appreciated it. $2.50 tacos, you can't beat it, right? All right, so I don't know. What the heck are we going to talk about? Here's the current radar. Let's just leave this up right now. There's a little bubble of rain going through Alabama right now into Georgia. It's a big flood in the Birmingham area this morning. James Spann posted there was some pretty heavy rains overnight. Big rain cells moving southeast this morning. That's what's cooking. The Keys are getting a break. They had their big rain yesterday. South Florida had a bunch more flood warnings again last night. But a little break right now. Bahamas are getting a break finally. Jason, yeah, you know, I saw your... I show these toys. Look. I got two. This one was Sandy Hoff sent this one to us last year. I got two versions of the stacked toys. Look. Two of them. Jason. I've shared them this year. You have not been on the live every day, but we've talked a lot about vorticity, and we will again. These are nice because they don't slide around. But yeah, just got to stay tuned. We got all kinds of toys. We use all kinds of toys to talk tropics. In case you missed it, Shelly sent me these this year. This is the loop currents. These are your loop eddy thing. So we're going to talk about the loop currents. And then I got these, look, I even got professional, put an H and an L on there. So this is our high pressure, low pressure, explanation. I have all the toys. And I even have Petunia. So Sarah loves Petunia. Because of our great page, remember when Darcy Lynn came to the Strawberry Festival, we were able to get seats and meet Darcy Lynn thanks to the fine folks at the Strawberry Festival. Sarah still talks about it today. But here's her doll. She always leaves her doll for me. There's Petunia. So we could talk weather like this. If I was a transviloquist, I think that's it. I don't know. We could do like this. Say, ready? Don't. Wait, here we go. Ready? I don't know. Man, how do you make the thing move? There we go. Don't look at the GFS. So she always puts Petunia over there to watch me work. She's like, Petunia. So anyway. So let's talk weather. All right, so there's your graphic for this morning. Tropics are quiet. Remember, we always say go to the official source. Hey, congratulations to our buddy Ken Graham, by the way. Ken Graham is the National Hurricane Director, and you saw all his videos the last couple of years. They go Facebook Live a lot, but he is now the Director of the National Weather Service. Huge honor for him. Congratulations. He actually follows us on Twitter, so cheers to Ken Graham. He appreciates what we do, obviously, because he follows our page. He only follows a handful of pages on Twitter. So that's big news. So as we always talk about, I am just an amateur. Listen, I get a little on rant sometimes. I have a lot of haters out there. I found out we have more haters in another private group again. I don't know what it is. I guess that just comes with the territory. I got thick skin. It doesn't bother me. But listen, you got so many official sources out there to look at. National Weather Service being one of them, and National Hurricane Center. So. Good thing about what I do is nothing's professional. Obviously, if you follow me, there's nothing professional about me. I don't have any shoes. Nobody's forced to watch Mike's weather page. It's the greatest thing ever. Because if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. And no reason to hate it. Because it's nothing that you need. So the dogs are like licking each other to death here. Hey. Doggies are getting a little affectionate right now. You guys are brothers. Maybe if you lived in Alabama or something. I got friends in Alabama. I can say that. So anyway, there's nothing cooking in the tropics. All right, so what we are going to watch. Let me bring up my little magic pointer here. Hey, I wanted to. Since that we had that song earlier, it reminded me. I get emailed all the time. Listen, I know we're in tax-free Florida right now. It's great if you got a Costco card or a Lowe's. A lot of y'all, like to get points tax-free right now in the state of Florida. You can get a generator up to $1,000. So definitely think of our good friends at Furman. They do so much for behind-the-scenes weather, storm recovery. They do a lot of stuff, a lot of sponsoring around the country. Great people, Greg and Jason. But the cool thing is when you buy a Furman, even at Costco or Lowe's, let them know, and they'll send you a Mike's Weather Page swag bag. So even if you don't buy it online and you buy it somewhere else, they'll send you a free swag bag. But the cool thing about buying it online, this is what I get asked at least once a day. What's that discount code? What's that discount code? They have a 30% discount code if you buy online. MWP30, 30% off anything they have in stock. And that includes free shipping. Can you believe it? So if it's hurricane season, everybody needs a generator. And they got some cool little inverter ones, quiet ones, camping ones. But I get asked all the time. So there you go. MWP30. Share it with your friends. 30% off. It's an awesome deal. All right. So you've probably seen the hype. Let me start the page off with this. Let me show you the most scariest graphic on the planet. Let's take a look at the latest GFS. If you've been following the weather this year, the GFS has been horrible. And let me show you what it's doing again. We started out with Invest 90. It failed miserably with Invest 90. It failed with PTC PTC1, Alex. Now it's showing a 100-mile-an-hour hurricane going to Florida, okay, June the 20th. Yesterday I had a hurricane going to Texas. So, not believing it. I just want to share it. Don't get caught up in it yet. There's a lot of things to look at down the road. This is 12 days away, but still, GFS has done horribly this year. Horribly. So definitely an outlier. Now the boys are sleeping by my feet. They're good boys. I have to show you. Let me show you a picture here of what they look like. It's so cute. I have to share this with you. Because they're good boys. So this is what they do. They sleep right down there. And they got all their toys down there. Look at, ready? All right. So here you go. This is the boys. So they settle down. And look. Is that not cute? Look at that. They finally settled down. And they're sleeping down by my feet. So gotta love them. Getting a haircut today, by the way. Hey, Bill, appreciate that. 3 years now. Hey, exactly. I appreciate that. A lot of years we've been doing this streaming stuff. We were the first ones to start going live, man, back in 15 or 16, back when Facebook started. I actually went live on live stream for a while. Dale, yeah, they're close to each other now. How about the Lightning and the Rays won? Toys, Jason, I know it's funny. Hey, you got your Furman on Monday, LCA. Awesome. Did you make sure you email them and get your free swag bag? Thank you, Wendy. Appreciate that. Mimi, learning curve. Yep. Darcel needs Mike's Twitter page. Thank you, Tim. I'll just go back and read a few comments there. They are cute. Bill Barber, how's it going, buddy, on YouTube? Derek, yep. Good advice, man. Anyway, all right. So, anyway, don't fall for this yet. I posted this morning. This is very important to me. This graphic right here. Let me explain why I post this every day. First off, like I told you, I'm getting into traditions the older I get. But I'm finding comfort posting this in the mornings. It kind of helps me also set the day off and kind of get an idea of what we're doing and talking about, and get a pulse of the tropics. So this is your 10-day ensembles, and I use the Euro and GFS because they're the most history. Usually the ensembles are close, even though the operational runs are all over the place. But if you look at the Euro, almost no models show anything down in the Gulf. This is 10 days from now. This is potential tracks 10 days, ending 10 days from today, which would be the 20th. No, the 18th. And as you can see, the GFS, most of the runs here now are weak and into the BOC. There's only a couple little outliers, very few. So remember, the GFS is made up of 31 different ensemble members. So there's 31 brains of the GFS. So only 3 out of 31 are showing anything to the north. Majority are down here, and especially down with the Euro, just a couple little guys in the bay. So the bottom line is this: at this point, our tropical wave down here that we're kind of been tracking likely will either A, go to the Pacific, or B, get ate up with Saharan dust, which is coming. So there's a big plume of dust expected through next week, and that could choke everything off. And the good news is I'm going on a cruise Tuesday. I ordered this. Hey, man, we met some great fans last night. Dale, after you left, a couple insurance adjusters. Apparently, insurance adjusters really follow the page. So cheers to you insurance adjusters out there. Adam, the best model so far this year. I really think the Euro's done pretty good so far. And the Icon. Icon's done pretty good. So anyway, very few ensembles picking this up. So don't fall into that trap yet about anything coming up to get worried about next week, which is good. More tropic stuff we'll talk about. Then we'll get into some general weather. Real quick, general weather, I might as well just show you. But tomorrow we could have some storms down here in the upper Gulf tomorrow. And we could have some storms into Friday here. So there is a surge, a push coming down. There's a big low rolling in, and there's going to be a bubble of moisture pushing down. This is Friday, so it could be some storms for the upper Gulf tomorrow and Friday to take out. So, but let's stick to tropics right now, at least. John, keep you dry, buddy. Richard's got bacon. Hey, we're swimming with pigs. We've never done an excursion on a cruise, so. Hey, Maggie, we're taking, ironically, we're on the same damn ship we were 3 years ago. It's Royal out of the Cape, going to Coco and then the Labadee Bay or something in Haiti. So it's their 2 islands that Royal owns. Girls wanted to go to Coco Cay again, so. And it's a nice little, Bay of Campeche. Campeche. I need somebody from that neck of the woods to please let me know how to pronounce it, because I almost feel like I'm starting to sound more stupider than I usually do. Heat index, Chris. I know, man. So let's talk about the heat real quick. It's already 88 degrees here. Oh, my goodness. Real quick, I got to show you this, and then we're going to go right into hurricanes. I promise you that. So don't look at that. I'm going to post that and get some likes. Here is, let's see here. Where is it? Was it on my page? I can't remember now. Yeah, it was on my page. I posted some weather Where the hell is it? Oh, I reshared it on the Twitter page. So I have to go back to Facebook. So the heat, this is what I'm showing you, Chris. The heat index. All right. So if you think it's hot now, wait until you see this coming up. This is not good at all. So 6 to 10 day heat index. Let's pull this one up. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook is off the charts. That's above average. That's average, above average from what's normal. This is above normal. So if normal is 80, whatever, way above normal. Unless you're in the Pacific Northwest, a huge heat bubble coming day 6 to day 10. That would be the 13th through the 17th. Kind of coincides with our tropics possibility, kind of proving the point that we got this surge of Saharan dust coming, which also indicates dry conditions. So that's hot. And then unfortunately, we have another, everybody always posts their little memes. This one is day 8 to 14. This is to the 21st. So hot. Record heat coming. Now this, I know you can say, oh, it's hot. It's summer. Well, yeah, you're right. But this is above normal heat. Not normal heat. Above normal heat. So, anyway. All right, let's look at the dust so I don't forget. The Saharan dust layer. I actually got a newspaper article out of Naples, or a newspaper emailed. I got an email back. The one wants to do an article on dust. So that's cool. I got to email you. If you're listening, I'm going to email you. I can't remember who it was. But fascinating stuff here. All right, so let's talk about the dust real quick. Thank you, Julie. We are excited. We had tacos last night, Jason. What's up there, Bobby? How's it going? Cool, Rob Kane. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Here's the dust. All right. So what's all this hustle, bustle about dust? Well, so believe it or not, dust flies off of the African coast, the Saharan desert, and you get these big winds out there, blowing east to west, and they pick up this dust, and it actually goes into the middle atmosphere, and it makes its way all across the Atlantic. Heavy dust right now for our friends down in the Lesser Antilles. Big time dust, huge dust plume. It's so bad that some of these Caribbean countries will issue dust advisories, warnings, respiratory warnings. Like, it's a big deal. It's like it falls on cars. It's thick. It falls from the sky. And it also helps dry up the atmosphere and makes things hazy and kind of chokes off tropical development. So anyway, we got a big surge coming. This huge surge down here. Usually you don't see the colors that bright. So if you're living down there, you know what I'm talking about. It's getting dusty in the islands. And there's also one nearing Hispaniola in the Bahamas right now. But what this dust does, it treks itself across the Atlantic, and here's what we got. Watch what it does. This is going into the 10th. Here's the 12th. Here's the 13th. Now, here's that little surge. Now, this is kind of the time frame. So, this is the 13th. This is Monday. And we saw this yesterday. There's a little bubble kind of showing you where this tropical wave is. What you kind of see, though, is the future here is this flow of the Bermuda high pressure just pushing our moisture here west. And we're going to see that. And the dust takes over. This is midweek, the 15th, 16th. So, it just doesn't seem likely that we'll see much in the Gulf, at least through the 17th and 18th. it seems like we could see a little tropical wave try to pop out here maybe and just kind of make its way. That's been the trend, but that's a lot of dust. Dust helps control storms. Now, the other side of the coin is you still got an enhanced MJO cycle right here. So we still have somewhat enhanced Kelvin wave here, which kind of offsetting penalties. Like if you watch football, you have dust, but then you have MJO. So, you know, things can still kind of keep a little juicy on a wave passing its way through the bay. But anything north with that dust, it would probably, you'd get a storm rise, and then the dust would say, There's a TikTok that says like, so anyway, all right, there's that. So there's that. Let's look at individual model runs. So the only thing that's kind of caught my eye, though, is this graphic. A little interested in this. I've seen this model wrong a lot. I've seen it right a lot. So can't ever say never in the tropics. This is right here, and you have to look at the key, which is down here. Nobody ever reads the key. They forget that's down there. Oops, now my marker's gone, so I got to draw another one. So this is the area that's red hatched, and, you know, they say could be a chance for something there towards the end of next week, middle, 15th through the 21st. So nothing's set in stone yet. So the tropics, that's why I keep bringing it up. But a pull north doesn't seem very likely. We could get something into the bay. Maybe Texas, maybe. It's kind of been a trend, so we'll see. All right. So let's take a look at all the different models. Good morning, Marcia, Snoopy. This got a new battery, by the way. You can never have too many battery backups. Thanks, Chris. What's up, buddy? I makes you wonder what them golf temps are going to be like. I agree. The golf's warming up. Let's take a look at the current temps for the golf, by the way. Kind of fun to track along daily temperatures. The golf's definitely warming up. Big news is the loop current. That's all over the place. I saw another article yesterday. They were hyping it up, man. Holy cow. They were like, mega storms coming because of the loop current. Man, getting everybody worked up. All right, so your 3-day averages. Now we're in June, so let's go to June. Let's see here. Let's do 1 day. Why is this thing not updating? Let's try it again. And they're not getting anything. All right, so let's go back to June. Is my internet slow, or is it? I think it's this page. What the heck is going on here? It's going in circles. Let's try it again. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. What song's that? How many Southern Rock fans we got? All right, Gulf of Mexico. Let's see. This is through May 19th. Not June's popping up yet. There we go. There's June. All right. Hey, we got it going on. Oh, yeah, it's hot. All right, so here's the, all right. Woo, got hot quick. All right, so here's the Gulf temperatures. June the 7th. Man, we were smoking. All right, so this is 28, 29 degrees Celsius. That's your current hot shot. That's your sea surface temperatures. Your anomaly, they're still not too bad, actually. A little, obviously warmer. But this sways a lot. Kind of look at 3-day, 7-day. 7-day anomaly maps. A little more accurate. And you can see it's been cooling down a little bit. Actually, the Gulf. We had a lot of that rain. Obviously, we had PTC Alex and Invest 90 kind of cooled things down a little bit. It'll pop back really quick though. But anyway, it's warm. So dust for Destin. Kylie, all it does is really make it a little hazy in the sky, a little hotter. We already talked about the heat, record heat coming in the next 2 weeks. It's gonna be hot. We're talking like hundreds, unbelievable. Let's just kind of take a look here in the southeast at least, because this is where everybody's kind of zoomed in on us. But high temperatures are. Well, let's look at the heat index. Heat index. So here is today, Wednesday. So anything white is close to 100 degrees heat index. And it's just going to be hot every day. There's that big heat bubble coming next week. Woo! Man. Jeez. Holy cow. Woo, man. All right, look at this. This is, so Monday. All right, so here it comes. Monday, heat index popping. Look at Tuesday. Everybody gets 100-degree heat index. This goes way past North Carolina, way up into Kentucky. 106, 107-degree heat indexes in Tennessee. Woo. Man, that's hot. 100. It's going to feel like hundreds. Holy cow. Let's expand this a little bit. Go, wow. Jeez, crackers, man. It's going to be hot. Look at this. This is Monday. Oh, my goodness. That's Monday heat indexes. We got hundreds all the way up close to Wisconsin, Minnesota. That's going to be hot. So anyway, we know big heat waves coming, obviously. We know that. And it's going to last a long time. Oh, my goodness. Look at this one. This is on Wednesday. So next week, I already saw people chiming in. Record heat expected. Look at that. Hundreds all the way up into Michigan. Kid Rock, you better turn on your AC, buddy. Man, hundreds all the way up through Virginia. Into PA. Hundreds into Ohio. Hundreds into Michigan. Jeez, you guys won't know what to do with yourselves. 102 heat index next Wednesday into Michigan. Ooh. Time to go to Walmart, get the little pools. We get one at Daytona when we go to the NASCAR race. It's the coolest thing ever, man. We buy a 14-foot pool. It is like the most... You spend $1,000 on you spend all that money on a camping spot in Daytona, and you buy a throwaway Walmart pool, and you sit in it the whole weekend. It's like you could do it at home, but it's something about being at a NASCAR race and seeing all your friends. And I miss it. We haven't done it in a couple of years, so we'll be buying that Walmart pool soon enough. But anyway, what's up, David Berryhill in North Carolina? It's going to be hot up there, buddy. We're just showing you. You got record heat coming next week, man. It's awful. Mike's retiring. Good for you, buddy. All my brothers and Leonard Skinner, Richard. Oh, did somebody get the right song? It was Leonard Skinner, by the way. It was pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about the tropics real quick. Show you all the hype going on. Let me close out some windows here. So we do have, like I said, there is one model map. This little guy right here kind of suggesting we could have something showing up here in the middle of next week. It's all pretty much stemming right here. Let's look at the full Atlantic surface map. This is right now. Here's our wave we've been tracking the last week. It's been coming. Note the ITCZ line is now moving up a little bit. The monsoon trough line here also. It's a little bit different, but kind of the same thing. But anyway, so here's our wave we're watching, and it's going to merge with a bunch of juice here middle of next week, and we're going to see, does it go here, or go here? That's what we're going to look at. All right, so your main operational runs, which we used to always use them. Let's take a look. So we're going to go to Tropical tidbits. Whoa. The heck was that? Oh, I gotta hit the stupid Bing bar. I think that's Bing. Or Firefox. I hit the Firefox browser. Don't ever click on a browser you haven't opened in a while, like Firefox, because it takes 20 minutes to update. I only have Firefox open and Edge sometimes when Chrome acts like it's acting up and I need verification that it's not me. All right, so here, GFS. All right. So, again, we're going to see the same. Let's go to the middle of next week. Let's just fast forward to the middle of next week. And let's stop right about here. So, this is good right here. This is really what we're looking at. Here's that wave. I've been picking up on it a lot. Middle part of next week. And everybody's been showing it. That's the GFS. Canadian model has a little bit faster. The Euro, not much at all. That's a 60. Hang on. Now we got to fast forward to Tuesday. And yeah, a little bit of juice, but nothing really. Little thing pops over here out on the other side of the Pacific next Thursday. I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at. I mean, tropical wave, middle next week. And that's that. So, you know, this is what the GFS has been spitting. This is what we're watching short term. This is the area that keeps popping up on the GFS. That's just like, you know, let's just have a 961 hurricane into Florida next Monday. And then we go to last night's 00Z. Nothing. Then we go to last night's 18Z. Nothing. I mean, it had a good little weak system. And then yesterday's 12Z. Oh, yeah, 940 into Texas. That's like Cat 3-4. So we're not buying anything the GFS is doing right now. At all. But we are looking at juice. Let's look at some ensembles. So, you know, rain-wise, it's kind of cool to look at. You can kind of see middle of next week. Kind of follow the moisture here. This is over the weekend. You kind of see the moisture just kind of flow. You know, I mean, look at. Remember, we got dust coming in. We have a huge high dome of high pressure, which is keeping things hot, which is gonna, you know, no fronts are coming next week. When you don't have fronts coming, you don't really have an opening for these things to pull up. You know, we talked about that massive heat coming Tuesday, Wednesday, indicating, you know, strong temperatures here in the south. Likely middle week keeps that flow going that way. And that's kind of what the models are showing. Canadian model, you know, it did, you know, here's Tuesday. There's juice down in the Yucatan. That makes sense. Middle next week. And it kind of just flows. That's the most reasonable thinking right now is Wednesday, you know, 1,005 millibar. Nothing, you know, obviously worry about. Just weak tropical system into possibly the Bay of into Mexico and maybe Texas. So that's if we were to get anything, that would be the most believable scenario at this point. Just a weak tropical wave that pounds into pounds. I don't think I've ever used the word pounds. Pounds into Mexico. Icon might be far enough advanced now. We could take a look. So again, we're using tropical tidbits. Levi, good friends of ours here at the page. Here's kind of the icon. Kind of the same thing. Now we do have Pacific. You know, there is a Pacific spot to watch. We got to worry about. I guess we can start talking about that a little bit. But here's that juice showing up on the icon down here. This is Sunday, and it kind of pops it out here next Tuesday. You know, let's look at the GFS ensembles here, and we'll take a look at that. So here's next Sunday. There's, you know, good shot. So we definitely got Pacific. I don't mean to not talk about the Pacific, but we do have that, which you can see right here. I do believe we already got a circle out there in the 5-day. There it is. So this little guy ultimately could affect somebody in Mexico next week. So we'll talk about that a little bit. could turn up again. So we'll get into that here in a little bit. But here's your GFS ensembles for the weekend. Possible wave, low pressure wave coming across. You can see it. And then, this is into Monday. We got a few of them over here. And, the general flow, if you just kind of follow the flow through the middle week, kind of, spitting them out on both sides. GFS has been, even with that one operational run, there's really not a lot of support for that one run. In fact, if you look at ensembles for the GFS, I don't even know if we're going to see that much support for anything going up into the Gulf of Mexico. Even though the main operational run showed it, we're not really seeing a lot of support on all the members. Here's 10 days out. So you can see the 10-day thinking on the GFS ensembles, as most of them have it. 5 out of 31, not a lot of support, but you can follow the flow. And then if we go into 15 days out, you can see that secondary little system. The main operational run has it curving up into Florida. But again, there's only a handful. And if we go to the Euro, which you gotta look at both. You just can't go all in on one model run. Here's 15 days out on the Euro, and there's not one. So again, and Euro has 51 members of the ensembles, 51 brains of the Euro, and not one of its brains agrees with the GFS that we're going to see a hurricane in the Gulf. So that's pretty safe to say that it's very unlikely. Never say never, but very unlikely. 12Z last night, 15-day, had a couple tropical storms, possibly. Very low confidence. That's all I got to say about that. All right, some other ensembles here we can look at. Let's look at Canadians. The Canadians have backed down a lot. They still got a few going up, though. There's that secondary little spot. So, this is middle next week. Kind of get an idea of the steering patterns this far in. There's that big high pressure system sitting out here. And then the Euro. Just not showing anything. So anyway, not a lot of confidence, but interesting. I keep an eye on it. I mean, you never know. Could be a little secondary spot come up. We'll see. That would be later. So let's say it is right. Just if it is right, then timing on our second little low. So there's our first one this week. This is Monday, Tuesday. Remember, the Canadians have been showing this quite consistently with something flowing like that. But timing on that second one, if it was correct, it would be the end of the weekend, next weekend. And, there's a few little members. This would be the 19th. Of course, the GFS showing that on the 19th. So, if you're worried about timing, if that second one was correct, then it would be somewhere here the following weekend. So I'll keep watching it. No red alert yet. No red alert. So, anyway, what else to talk about? Stacy said you broke her back. What's up with that? No, man. Broke her neck. How'd that happen? That's terrible news, Stacy Wilson. I should turn an Amazon wish list. Didn't get a phone call yet. Oh, we had a spammer? I didn't even look over there. Uh-oh. Darn it, I missed all the fun. All right, well, we'll see what's going on. All right, that's about it. And by the way, above me, the satellite, that's the current look of the Texas. Pretty strong storm line. Check it out. That thing's incredible. Burst of energy coming down. Let's take a look. Oh, my goodness. Look at this, man. This is crazy. This is going through, look at this sucker. This is unbelievable. Look at that guy. Holy cow. That's crazy. That's live. This is on weathernerds.org. But man, look at that line of storms coming through Oklahoma right now. That's massive. Man, bubble. That's a live look. Pretty massive. That's a lot of lightning. That's current. Those little white dots are lightning right now. Some of it's going through Arkansas right now also. Man, that's incredible. Big old burst of juice coming down. All right, let's take a look at the HRR. We got a little push of juice coming down tomorrow for the upper Gulf Coast, and then possibly Friday too. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll head on out. Thank you, Loretta Reed. Appreciate it. Get my hair cut today. What's up, Dylan? An OnlyFans page. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you what, the good thing about our page. All right, so, good thing we're streaming on Twitter now. We're streaming on YouTube. I got a great page. It's got a bazillion wonderful links. Tons of great information. Always have been there since 2004. It's all about the weather. It's all about the weather. I mean, we have some great supporters that want to help the page, which is great. We love it. We don't ask that, that we need, some of the stuff I read, I have to laugh. But now that Ken Graham is the director of National Weather Service, is great. He, I assume he's a fan. He follows us on Twitter, so that means a lot. So maybe we'll get to do a little bit more of the National Weather Service, and possibly, who knows what. But there you go. There's Ken Graham. Follows us. Only follows 591 people. So, sir, if you're watching, Ken Graham, I really appreciate you following our page. Means a lot. You're the big dog. There's no bigger dog in the dog business than this guy right now. He is the head of National Weather Service. Yeah. One day I'll get to hang out with him. So it's pretty cool. They list our page as a trusted source on the National Weather Service page, Mike's Weather page, as a source for tropics. They even indicate that, I reshare a lot of NOAA graphics and NHC. I mean, it's always been about a one-stop shop for tropics and making life a whole lot easier to find graphics when you need them. And that's what it was in 04, and that's what it is in 22. I mean, I have a lot of fun along the way. Yeah, we go storm chasing, and got some amazing sponsors now that appreciate the time that I put into this thing. I mean, let me tell you what I did last week. So we, I do a lot of Great American Teach-Ins. I think I did 6 this year. Love doing those. I got a big conference tomorrow in Clearwater that I'm doing a presentation for, down with some insurance adjusters, I believe. Not even sure who the group is, but so last week was a big week, right? So we did our live on Wednesday. I flew to Kansas City, drove 2 hours to Iowa, met with Tammy Kent and Team OSR in the morning. They are huge in the disaster recovery industry, as far as not really recovery, but first assessment, linemen, damage assessors. I mean, they're the first ones on the scene after a storm. They sit there for months. Sometimes a couple of their employees were there for over a month during Ida down in Grand Isle. They actually live in tents and they live in their cars. They live in their trailers. I mean, it's amazing the stories they tell me that they do after a storm to help get life back to normal. So anyway, did that. That was a huge thing. It was a big 2-hour presentation. Flew home that night. Got home at 2 in the morning on Thursday night. On the way back to the airport, I had to stop and update the website. It took me almost 2 hours on the side of the road because we just had PTC named. So set up, a lot of people were relying on the website. So I updated on the road. I had to update it on the airplane because we had a new advisory at 11 p.m. I was on the airplane. So props to Southwest. They had internet. I love doing it. So then, got home at 2. We had our daily live on Friday. And then Friday, Phil and I drove 2 hours to Orlando, met with our friends at Universal Roofing Contracting, and we talked a lot about hurricanes. And they educated me a lot on roof inspections, and that was a great meeting. On the way home, I had to stop on the side of the road, and I called into the Drew Garabo show here in Tampa, and we talked a good 30 minutes or so on the radio. So that was on the side of the road. I had to find a spot, and then did a live that night, Friday night. Did one Saturday morning, and then did a radio show Saturday morning, the in-house show. We did Called Orlando. And then who the hell else does? I mean, it's like a whirlwind, I mean, I love doing this, and it is a job. I mean, I had to give up my summer gig because I dedicate, a lot of hours. Not crying about it. I love it. I do it for nothing. But, I mean, I did it for nothing. For years, I did it. I'm obsessed with the weather. Anything I do, I get obsessed with. I don't do anything to be half-assed. I mean, that's what I'm trying to teach Emily. If you're gonna do it, man, go all in. I just refuse to lose, and I just love doing this stuff. So now at this point in the game, going to these storms, meeting government officials. Realizing that government officials watch me and rely on, my opinions, it means a lot. And so I'm in the weather world now. Never thought I'd be, that's for sure. But here I am. And I guess when you reach the top, you get haters, and that's fine. It's sad because... move on. If all you can do is sit and stew and hate what I do, then there's other places to go, and that's for sure. So I love the road I'm on. Isn't that a song? 3 Doors Down, the road I'm on. So anyway, yeah. And one day, we'll be retired, and I'll be probably doing this until I'm in my 80s. I love it, I can see Julie and I driving around, watching Emily play softball, maybe in our camper, and I'll be sitting there, which I've done it before. We did it last year, updating remotely. That's what I do, and I'll be doing it next week too. So anyway, yeah, Chris, I got you, buddy. Hey, one day though, I hope they can be there for me if I ever need that call. Hey, Ian Campbell just brought up a good point. Watching in Jamaica and Sahara is blanketing the island. We showed a lot about that, bud. The dust looks incredibly thick, highest that I've seen in a long time as far as modeling goes. And you got more. See, Jamaica, I got bad news for you. You got a lot more coming. There's a bigger plume behind this initial plume, and I don't know if that's even a word, plume. There's a plume of dust in the air. A plume of dust. There it is. So you haven't even You haven't even got to the real stuff yet, Ian. This is now. You're just touching the outer edges of this dust. Look at that. You got big time dust coming tomorrow into Friday. Big time. More. If you think this is, you call that a knife? Remember that scene? You call that a knife? You got more coming. Janie Wells, thank you very much. Karaoke. I'll do some karaoke. Say you need a cave. Hey, Havermill, what's cooking? Nothing much. I wish I had some bacon. AJ, appreciate it, buddy. I'm kind of going backwards here a little bit. Hey, thanks for the stars, Michael. Appreciate that, buddy. It was 3 years ago, by the way. Let's look at some Facebook memories. New tradition, Shelly. I started. It's Facebook memories. I didn't realize part of this new page experience. I didn't even realize that you can look at memories. So let's go down memory lane. Let's go down memory lane. Look at that, live from the Rays. Oh God, I believe this was probably the night I was a little drunk a year ago. There's the girls. That was a year ago. We should go again. There's Sarah, DJ Kitty. Posted that today. Deja vu. That was a year ago today. I posted this same tropics hazards map. We had a little stuff brewing next week. That was last year. I wonder what that ended up being. This is a year ago. We're looking at a year ago. God, it was a year ago? Man, time flies. What the hell? How's that even possible? All right, 2 years ago, Cristobal. We were watching Cristobal. There's Cristobal 2 years ago. There's the kidney bean. That was 2 years ago. Big rain up north. That was 2 years ago with Cristobal. 3 years ago, radar. Oh, we got to look at radar, by the way. I meant to do that, and I got sidetracked. Imagine that. Got sidetracked. 3 years ago, look at that. 3 years ago, I was on the softball field talking weather. Remote. All right. Look at that heat. Texas heat 3 years ago. 4 years ago. Looking at ensembles. Maybe a little something, something. 4 years ago. Kind of what we're watching now. Pacific Storm. It was 4 years ago. Nothing really there. 5 years ago. Hey, look at that old graphic. Man, remember those? That's classic stuff right there. Classic graphics 5 years ago. Oh, there's a happy little son drinking 5 years ago. Oh, God, I posted an alcoholic drink 5 years ago. Jeez. 6 years ago, little spot to watch. Little something 6 years ago. Kind of deja vu that we just saw. 7 years ago, little crossover action. Look at that. 7 years ago, crossover. That, talking about crossover. 7 years ago. 8 years ago, talking softball. God, look how little Emily was. 8 years ago, there's little Emily. God, Emily, where did you go? Why are you so little? So those of you that get mad when I post, people get mad that I post softball stuff. Give me a break. They're like, let's take the weather. 8 years ago, I posted softball. 8 years ago. I wish you'd get back to the old Mike and only post weather. Okay, well, 8 years ago, I was posting sunshine, drinking margaritas, and softball pictures. 9 years ago, we had rain. So then 10 years ago, I really didn't. I just talked a lot. I didn't really do pictures. 11 years ago. So there you go. 11 years ago, posting. I don't think Facebook, Facebook, like 2009, I think is when I started Facebook with my weather page. Didn't post a lot at first. I only had a couple fans. I didn't have a lot of fans. Let's take a looky at radar, and then let's look at what's going on with our Pacific storm and see if there's any sign of a crossover coming. All right, so we were going to do this, and I forgot. So here's your radar. All right, so here's two things we're looking at. This is the next 48 hours of radar. So yesterday we saw storms pop in middle part of the state, and that's what we'll see if that's going to happen again today for Florida. And there's afternoon. So there you go. So afternoon storms popping. This is 5 p.m. tonight. Normal stuff popping. As we saw yesterday, it's including all the way up now towards the state line. So pretty much normal anytime, any place. Thunder boomers at 5. There's that little line through Oklahoma that we were seeing now. It's going to kind of work its way southeast, inching towards Louisiana tonight. This is 5 p.m., 4 p.m. tonight. Here's those storms that they talked about could potentially show up overnight. So here's some storms possibly into Louisiana, Mississippi, in Alabama late tonight. This is around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock tonight. So that's makes sense. That's, normal surge of energy. Now, tomorrow, what I'm curious about is why we're showing, there's that little, see a little pulse? Look at that. See it pop out of nowhere? So here's 10 in the morning tomorrow. Maybe I have some morning showers in the morning again. Oh boy, it's back again. Naples, Fort Myers, Marco Island. Looks like you can have some rain tomorrow morning, maybe down in the Keys on the east coast of Florida, west coast of Florida. So here's tomorrow morning, but watch this wild little, and the NHC called this a surge, a bow, and this is what we're going to see tomorrow. And there you kind of see it. See a little bow setting up all right here. Texas all the way to Carolinas. This is tomorrow afternoon. So there'll be a little pulse of energy tomorrow along the upper Gulf Coast. Some storms can, develop along the upper Gulf Coast tomorrow afternoon, evening time, all the way to Carolinas. And that's showing up good. And then here's that next wave of juice. This one's looking pretty juicy. This is into Friday morning. This one could make its way farther south Friday. This little guy, that's Friday's storm. So that little guy for Friday is already shown up for our Storm Prediction Center here for Friday. So we're going to have to watch that Friday. How many times can I say Friday? Friday, Friday. Remember that song, Rebecca Black? Friday, Friday. Google it. You'll hate me forever. All right. So, shrimp injuries. Oh, God, I remember that, Chris. Who else had to go? Has anybody had to actually get surgery for shrimp? This guy. Oh, man. So there you go. Got a live look here. A little bit of moisture surge. This is not the bubble above my head. This is the bubble above my head. Let's zoom in on it. I like this new feature I did. I wish it was a little bigger, but that's the way it is. That's a live look at that little. So, like I said, there was flooding in Birmingham. In fact, we got flood advisories. It looks like flash flooding going on in Birmingham right now, currently. James Spann talked about that this morning. Lots of flooding. Look at this. Holy cow. There's a lot going on in Alabama. So we have a flash flood warning here just south of Birmingham. Flood warning through the whole county. But we do have a flash flood warning going on south of Birmingham. So southwestern Clay County, Talladega County, holy cow, Talladega, flash flooding. So Talladega, all right. There you go. I don't know. Had a good time. Need a flip-flop song. Julie's going to get water shoes at Walmart. I guess I told her I should bring some backup flip-flops. I ain't even wearing any dress pants this time around. I don't know if we're allowed to wear flip-flops, but it just takes up too much space in the suitcase. But anyway, we'll be swinging with the pigs one day. So we are live next Monday, by the way. And then nothing. I will be on the ship with internet though. We obviously have internet on the ship. So in fact, I got to email my buddy from Verizon. Hey, if you're listening, Mr. Earl, I don't want to say your last name. We got to start giving me some ideas for my truck, what I need to do for internet for the season. Because I will be storm chasing. Chris got stuck by a lemon tree once. Oh, God. Did you really? Lemon tree barb. Oh, God. Remember, the worst plants are bougainvillea. They got thorns like that. The trick to bougainvillea is they don't like water. When you don't water bougainvillea, they bloom. What am I telling you? Shelly's the greenhouse person. I was watching my buddy Dennis Phillips, and man, he got some trolls on his page the other day. I'm like, oh, Dennis, feel bad for you. I wonder if we could take a pig home. Michael's been following me since Irma. I appreciate that, Michael. Appreciate you being a fan. When is the next local island boat trip? I don't know. I wish I suggested it today because Julie's off today, but she thank you, Sharon Thorne. Appreciate that. Janie Wells, appreciate that. I don't mean to ramble on like that. Trust me, I am never one to drama. I hope I don't ever come across that. Trust me, I really don't. But I like to address it because it bothers a lot of people that watch our page. So if I ignore it, then they're like, maybe he doesn't see it. So I do see it. And it's ridiculous that this is only about weather. I handed out a bunch of these stickers last night. So if you see them around town, I'm going to plaster them aboard the... No, I'm not, actually. I am not going to put these on the Royal Caribbean ship. I am not going to put these in Coco Cay, and I am not going to put them that other place we're going. Chris, that'd be funny. That would be funny. Rains are a little less, so. Anyway, all right. Cool beans. All right, well, I got a bunch of errands to run and do some website updates. So remember, you can always listen to this on the podcast here. You can click on it, and there you go. And again, we're streaming live on Twitter and YouTube now. Don't forget, if you live in the Florida area, especially Orlando, Tampa, Jacksonville, call our buddies at Universal Roof, and they'll give you a free hurricane inspection. Very important. We found out yesterday a lot of fans gave up some stories about how they had roof damage, didn't know it until it was too late. We trust that company a ton, and get that done for the season. So, all right, we will see everybody tomorrow for sure. Have a great day. Enjoy your Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.